this is amazing. Oh, it's clash heads again. This is like Chaz Moscow and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to slip on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because, tell you what, Bruce Tannock and Jamie Dyke just absolutely drove away from us. Hayden trying to go around the outside. This is where he could have just sent it up the inside, but he hasn't committed, which is fair enough. It's very scary out there, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's see if we get the good run. Dodd's just absolute thinker, but it is a really nice move. Blake Delaney had to move out of the way.
And welcome back for 2024. I'm Steve Sinkovich, and this is my brother
Dean.
We're back here for the Sim Racing World Racing Review Show. We've got a lot of action that we're going to cover. First round has just gone through. We've had a few changes. We did some cool things over summer. I worked my brains out.
You did?
So did Dean. Did Dean to an extent, but it was a lot of fun in the searing heat of Canberra.
Searing heat in Canberra? I don't think so.
It was, believe it or not, it was pretty hot. So it was a lot of fun we had over there. And
did you get into any, come on?
No, there was no Donnie Brooks. There was nothing like that.
No.
A lot of mullets, let me tell you. There was a lot of mullets, but a lot of fun.
Mullet Central, eh?
It was. Met a lot of legends out there in the racing world.
Did you do a burnout in your VW?
No, I didn't.
Sorry, you don't drive a VW.
No, I don't drive a VW. I don't know what you're talking about. But there were some cool cars with some really weird looking things as well. But,
there was a nice car near the stand I saw.
Yes, there was. There was a Tirana and there was a nice convertible, rare spares right behind us as well. Yeah. But a lot of different cars out there, a lot of different fun. 2024, we've changed things up a little bit.
Yeah. We're still called Sim Racing World, SRW.
Yeah, we've taken it up a notch. No, we haven't changed that. We've taken things up a notch. We've got an extra series. We've got an affiliation of Motorsport Australia now as well.
Motorsports Australia, how awesome is that, eh?
Yeah. So
what's the extra vehicle? What are we racing?
So Monday nights now we've got the Motorsport Australia Formula V Nationals. A lot of fun. That runs a week later than all the rest of the series. So we just had that last night.
So it's an 8-week series, not a 9-week series.
Did you get your first podium, bro?
Let's not talk about that.
I think that's what it is leading to.
We'll talk about that later.
But we'll talk about that later. We'll start with Tuesday nights now have gone to Warren and Brown, have taken over the naming rights of it. So we've had a few shuffles around. So it's now the Warren and Brown V8 Supercar Pro-Am Tuesday night. So we've got split categories.
So no pros at all?
No pros at all.
Yep.
Split categories. We did some grading over the break. Yeah, we've got people in different levels. And then on Wednesday night, we've got the Shannons. Yeah, the Shannons Formula 3 Nationals. Again, we did some gradings. We've got 3 levels there: Pro, Pro-Am, and Amateur. Yep. Then we've got Thursday night, the Motorsport Australia Shannons GR86 Nationals.
So 2 motorsports
Australia
sponsored
events.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so we're official series for those 2, and the amount of cars in the 86 is ridiculous. Again, Pro-Am, and Amateur grading.
Another great series.
Yeah, another great series. Friday night, the Warren and Brown IMSA Shadow Series is back on. Huge amount of cars in that as well. So the season has grown on top of what it was last year, GT3 and GTP. So it was spectacular.
It was a fantastic finish there.
Yes, there was. There was.
We'll talk about that later. Anyway.
Yep. And Sunday nights, our Warren and Brown V8 Supercars Pro and Pro-Am event.
Let's call it Super Sunday. Come on.
It is a Super Sunday. It is spectacular, and a lot of great driving. And the names that are in this series.
How many cars you get Sunday?
We had, I think it was just over 30.
Beautiful.
We had a few people away for the first round, but we have 50 registered. We have got 32 pros and 18 Pro-Ams registered for the Sunday night event. Everything is sold out. Yeah. Everything is sold out.
So get in line for season 2, which is next quarter.
Look, you're going to have... Just join it, because what's going to happen is we're going to probably end up doing a second split. Yeah. So that's probably what's going to happen in the V8s. The only spots we have left is in the Formula Vs. We've got 25 in the field, and we can hold a capacity of 50. So we've got another 25 to go. Yeah. And that's
so get on board if you want to get some racing. I know the Formula V is a bit bit of a weird one to race, but it absolutely is fantastic.
It
and
is fun. It's I wouldn't say weird. It's just that it's so slow. But because it's slow, it just brings the racing so close to each other.
Your gearing ratios a little bit. You've got to get used to that as well.
Yeah,
if you're not used to it, so.
Well, I think I just went second, third all night.
Well, you mean
in
third, fourth.
I didn't. Couldn't even get
your problem.
Couldn't even get to fourth. I wasn't going that fast. I think I got to fourth in the last, 10 metres of each straight. So, a lot of fun.
Let's wrap that up in a second, Steve. Monday nights we have Formula V. Tuesday nights we have Pro and Am Super V8s. Wednesday nights we have Formula 3 Delaros. Thursday nights Toyota 86s. Friday night IMSA, and then we have Super Sunday with the pros.
Yes, 100% spot on, bro. You got it right for the first time.
I did. And I didn't even look down here where I wrote it down.
You've been doing your homework. I'm glad to see.
Now that is brilliant, and that is with chock-a-block, as Steve said, full of cars, full of drivers, which is awesome. Yeah. We want to see more girls on board. Ladies, join, please.
Well, we've got a few more than last time. We've got about. We're going to have to 3.
I'd like to do, a 3 interview, maybe one show or something like that. We'd have to get them on show.
Definitely, 100%. There was a lady called Di that races in the Formula Vs.
Formula Vs, yeah.
I think there's actually a Kylie in there as well.
Was it a Stephanie? No,
and there's a Stephanie Piccoli races in the 86s. So we've got 3 ladies in there. Awesome. We want more. I'd love to get some Iron Dames or something like that in, and get a team of just females, which would be spectacular.
That would be fantastic.
But look, it was a lot of fun. Let's have a chat about what's going on and what we did over the summer break. So Summernats with Rare Spares, spectacular fun. I met John Bow.
Wow!
Had a spin, got him into the rig and have a bit of fun and a bit of racing. Absolutely loved it. John Bow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Joking. I know what he is.
Yeah. He actually said it was. He was surprised at how realistic it was.
Yeah.
We gave him the R19, the Camus R9, which is just down here at the moment. Yeah, that's the base he was using with the
that's
GT
for sale,
wheel.
Guys. C5 kit. If you're after.
GT wheel and the load cell pedals, and he really liked it. Like I was actually telling him, talking to him, and go, look, what are you feeling here? What can you see? And he goes, I'd like a little bit bias going to the back. I adjusted it for him. He goes, oh wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah. He goes, can you soften the rear roll bar? And I go, yep, I'll soften the rear roll bar for him. So I'm telling you full on. And then he goes, adjusted a few other things, and he goes, this is reacting just like a real car is. It's spectacular. Wow. So
that's from a professional who's been around the tracks.
And his first time in the simulator since his days.
So how many rigs did you have?
We had 4 rigs set up.
That was all for
all 4 Rare Spares. So we pretty much had people coming in and out. So
if you haven't seen it, go to YouTube. You can actually see John Bow in the rig having a race. And also you can see the rigs and the boys working hard in the background. It looks like it was.
It was fun. We'll actually show you a bit of a stint of it as well, and interview with Alex from Rare Spares and talking a bit about Rare Spares and what they do. This was on site and it was a live recording, so it was a lot of fun. Actually, let's have a look at it now, and we'll come back to you in a few minutes. So anyone who doesn't know what Rare Spares is, I've got no idea apart from that it's rare and they're spares. And we've got a lot of people that are working on this stand, and they've got a fantastic display going on. We're going to take you over here, introduce you to Alex, and have a bit of a chat and talk about what Rare Spares does and where they are and what they've been doing, and why they come to Summernats and why it's so much fun. Alex, how you going, mate?
Yourself?
Not too bad. I'm going to come across so I can talk to you a bit better, because I'm not mic'd up at the moment, but we'll share a mic, and this thing's pretty powerful. So, mate, how long have you been with Rare Spares?
I've been with Rare Spares 7 years in May.
7 years in May, and loving every minute?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Look, this is my forever job in a sense, Once I came to Rare Spares May 1st, 2017, right, I started with them, and I said, this is what I want to do, sell parts for old cars.
It seems that a lot of people that do come to Rare Spares are real passionate people about cars, and we're going back. How old? Like, where do we start? What time frame is there?
Well, look, Rare Spares started. They broke their backs on Humpy FJ FX Holden, so 1948. So they started with 1948. It was all in aid for club members originally to have their FJs and FXs still on the road and running. Okay, so then they found that there was a market to make money in it, and that's where it grew from there. And as the years, they added more models and found their way through the system, and then they added Ford in the late 90s, and here we are today.
Ford, late 90s, so we neglected Ford for all that time.
Well,
Ford fan.
It wasn't a neglect. What it was the fact that Ford Australia weren't really forthcoming with any sort of tooling or whatnot. So we really had to struggle to get that stuff in there, and that's what we did.
Good stuff. Yeah. So when you talk of rare, where is your rare cutoff? Like, what's the date? What's the last model we do?
We're doing our core product is rubber products, so windscreen seals, door seals. So we feed in through those. So we go all the way up to in Holden, probably the mid 2000s, with all door seals and whatnot. But our main core products probably cut off at your VL to VN.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right where the petrol heads and the turbos sort of stopped, and the burnouts, which we are here.
Yeah.
And how long have you guys been supporting Summernats?
Geez, they've been with Summernats now for a long time. I actually don't know the total years, but I know it precedes.
I reckon the boys over here were telling me they've been here for 16 years, so he's probably been doing it, but he was too soft to get on camera.
Yeah, no, it's 16 years for him, but I reckon it's 30 plus years for Rare Spares.
Wow, that's a dedication.
Yeah.
So when people come to Summernats, the first thing they expect to see here is Rare Spares.
Yeah, that's right. Well, this is the Rare Spares Pavilion. We're in the Rare Spares Pavilion. It's named after us, because we do sponsor it. We're here year in, year out, doing what we do, creating this whole stand and giving the punters somewhere to come and talk and discuss what parts they may want, don't want, what they think we should be making. And that we take those, back home with us and get them produced.
So the passion behind it is everyone pretty much. So what we're getting here at is, I guess, is the next generation.
Yeah.
Grandpa had an FJ, he had a HQ, he had this, he had a Monaro, and these are the guys, the young guys that are going to come in now and going to want to restore a car that Grandpa had. And you guys are in every state in Australia.
Yep, we are. Well, look, we're in every. We're in from Perth, Adelaide, Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria, and we have our distributor network as well throughout the other states of Australia, and also we have our distributor in New Zealand for our New Zealand fans out there as well.
And a real strong presence online.
Correct.
Yeah, so you guys, where gaps are missing, you got online. So tell me a bit about this Tirana.
Now,
do you want to come over?
Before we go Tirana, we also are affiliated now also with Repco. Okay?
Yes, I did hear about that.
So I've always got to put that plug in for Repco because, A, they are our sister company, and you can buy all your Rare Spares products at a Repco store.
Oh, that's amazing.
All right? So they've got a great network, which you can go, and this will really help our rural people out there, that can't get to the city to see a Rare Spares store. They can go to their local Repco store and place an order.
That is sensational. That's exactly what you want. Make it easy, make it come to store. It's all online delivery as well. So it's nice and quick. So this beast, or part beast, I guess.
Yeah, well, this is a little love child, a brainchild of our general manager and also our inventory manager. They come up with. This is just something to get the public and the punters engaged. We want them to ask us questions. Why are you doing this? Well, we want you to tell us, what do we do with this? That's why we've half wrapped it and put it, in. All right, it's not period correct, but it's just a conversation starter. What do you want? What do you think we should do with this? Give us the lowdown. How do we go about it? What do you want? Do you reckon we should put a blown motor in it? Well, give us some ideas.
So this is the start of a new project.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you can see here is, like when he said wrap, car is half wrapped. We've got vinyl wrapping across it and everything like that. So when you look, when people look at this car, they're going to give you suggestions where to blow a motor. That's going to be a great.
Give us some ideas.
I reckon that's something we could follow up on YouTube and watch you guys do, which would be sensational. So this is a prime example of what Grandpa would drive, and one day hands it down to his grandson, and he could. So we'll wrap it up but what I want to know is, have you got any feedback or any history of some of these pictures? Because what I'm seeing here is a bit of history across everywhere.
So right here
Hang on, Alex.
So right here in the corner here, we've got our one of our very first sites we operated out of, which was in Newlands Road Reservoir in Melbourne, Victoria.
And up there.
Yeah, and over the years, they migrated to bigger and better facilities. As you can see, the FJ Holden label is what we have, Rare Spares cares, early Holden parts available here. You know, old Holdens never die because Rare Spares cares. And then we migrated across and we went to another facility in Brunswick, in our Brunswick store. And then,
still there?
No, unfortunately they're not still there. We over the years, because it was a privately owned company, they would move from premises as they got larger and larger. Yeah, so then you come across, and again we released the you can't hold us back now because we've got forward, Rare Spares goes forward. As I said to you, we implemented that in the late 90s or early 90s, and then we've got one of our modern stores that we've just gone with a format on that, and that's what we're at now. That's where we are. That's our new format and what we do.
That's is that Roxburgh Park?
No, that one there is our Blacktown store in Sydney. That's in Blacktown.
Cool. The one I'm familiar with is Roxburgh Park because I'm a Reservoir boy. Yeah. Very, very close to where the Newland store was in the original days. Yeah. Back where the near the cinema and all that. Know it very, very well. I think I've broken down there many times in my old Cortina. Yeah. So when you're ready to turn around there, Fritzy. Thank you very much, Alex. You're a legend, mate.
Anytime.
People, when you come out here, speak to Alex. He knows all about it. His team's working around here 24/7. The marketing team's here as well. They put up an awesome event here. Rare Spares, major sponsor, and they've done a cracking job. Well, congratulations, mate.
Thanks,
You'll see more of Alex. I'll get you out and stay tuned.
Back. I told you it was a lot of fun. A lot of bit of history there from.
Is that right?
From Alex.
We're back.
You're trying to make up for what you missed out on, huh?
I am, yeah. This is our cute little SRW mic.
Yeah, look, we had a great interview there with Alex. We couldn't do a lot of live stuff because the social media over there was going crazy. The internet was gone. We had our own internet hub as well. Yeah. Everything we did.
Well, it was jam packed with people. So
it was.
You'd expect
even the FPOS machines weren't working on stands. Yeah, it was. Because I mean, it's not just a normal event. Like you go to a car show and stuff like that. People are taking photos and stuff like that. You go to Summernats, everyone's going live. Yeah. Everyone's pushing it to the socials. Yeah. So we were
Facebook. So Joe Blow was doing his own Facebook Live, and
we're absolutely screwed. So we couldn't do much more than what we did. We even tried drawing them. We even had one of our producers at home and tried to run it remotely.
Still wouldn't work.
Still, that wouldn't work as well.
Strange internet, guys.
We're a third world country when it comes to internet. But a lot of fun, a lot of crazy people. We had giveaways. We had the Warren and Brown packs that they donated. You know, it was $120 packs they had.
Fantastic.
And then,
well done, Warren and Brown.
And then Rare Spares buckled one together. So we're sending out. So we had 20 of those to give away for the fastest laps. You saw in the footage we had John Bow, Andrew from Street Machines, and Mitchell Noble, who's a new SRW driver for us. He's a
Assetto Corsa racer?
Assetto Corsa Logitech champion. He won the Assetto Corsa Championship, the one that was run, and he raced in the World Championships.
He's coming
and things
to grips
like
with Iracing.
Yeah, completely different animal for him. Getting used to it.
He's enjoying it.
He is. He's racing right now. In the amateurs.
Tuesday nights.
So hopefully he's having a blast. But you know, we met all those people. We touched a bit of the history on with Alex and what they do. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's get into.
Before we do, I just want to highlight. We had 4 rigs down there, so it was jam packed with kids and adults jumping in and out. We hire those rigs out for events.
We do events.
Here comes the car sales pitch.
Yeah, I know. We do events and stuff like that. You'll see it on our website where by the time this goes to air, you'll have seen our updates on everything like that. So there is a shop there now, like what you're talking about it now. Yeah. We do sell Camus gear at the moment. We've got the C5s and the R18, R19s as well available. But
C5s are brilliant.
They are. People loved them.
We had them on the show there, so
people loved them for such a small little wheel.
We'll show that off later on as well.
Yeah, for such a small little wheel, it was really good. We had people wanting to buy them, and we sold them and all that sort of stuff. But look, all right, we'll get back to racing.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. The Warren and Brown V8 Supercars Am Pro-Am for round 1 at Phillip Island.
Love that track.
Yeah, I do too. But it depends on what car. In the V8, I had a spin in the V8 this week. I haven't driven one in probably 9 months. Yeah. And had a run with Tyson and Cowie and the PSR boys. Not bad. I got it down to 31s, 32s.
And what were they doing? What were they doing all night?
They were doing 30s.
That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, so I was quite happy with that.
1-2 seconds off the race,
for because I hadn't raced for such a long time. But you know what, the racing was awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome. I thought we were going to have some safety cars and things like that, but it was clean from the get-go. It was fast. The pace was sensational. There's
a few off tracks.
There was a few off tracks. 100%. A few incidents. Don't get me wrong. There was a few incidents because it's a tough track. It's like you set your first left-hander, double left-hander, whatever it's called. I can't remember the names right now. If you go out a bit wide, too fast, you go onto the grass. Which is where I would normally end up.
You used to hit the fence back then. With the gravel trap now, it slows you right down correctly,
Iracing's changed the model a bit. So when you hit the gravel now, you actually slow down. Yeah, you don't just keep sliding and hit the bass straight and then have to paddle your way back in. But it was pretty cool. Like in the for the Pro-Ams, the race came down to basically 2 cars. It was Rick Vigor chased by Chris Burridge and Stephen Kennedy just sitting behind them, having a bit of a layback. It was a strategy night, so it was really based around pit stops and how much fuel saving you can do. Matty Whitaker was sitting in the top 3 pretty much the whole race. Second last lap, he had to go in and pit.
So Rick Vigor, Angry Birds Racing, Chris Burridge, M1 Racing, and Steve Kennedy, M1 Racing. So they were playing obviously a little bit smarts there, were they?
Well, they were. Kennedy in the end was back about 6 seconds, but he knew he had the guys behind him covered and did well. Daniel Clutterbuck's back from his Around Australia trip.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
And he done well, didn't he?
He's done well, first round in, and he's taken the AMS, followed by Dan Schultz, who used to drive for SRW, who is now a PSR driver.
Shame on you, Schultz.
Yeah, shame on you, Schultz. He's jumped ships on us, which is fine. It's okay.
That's okay.
And a former RC from us, Peter Baxter, came in 3rd.
Well done, Pete.
So it was a great little battle. But Clutter's had it.
TMX Global Racing from Daniel Clutterbuck. So.
He showed his class at the end of consistency. His partner, which his name just escapes me, Michael Quash, had a bit of an incident in the car and ended up they were like pretty close up front for the most of the time, but they did really, really well. And let's have a look at the ladders up there, and you can see the AMS. We've got Daniel Clutterbuck sitting in 1st place, followed by Dan Schultz, Peter Baxter, Blake Fitzpatrick, Michael Quash, Steve Martin, David Leslie, Brett Taylor, Sean Van Millen, and Shane Smith. They're your top 10s, and you can see the rest of the boys there. We had a full field. In the pros, in the Pro-Ams, we had Rick Vigor in 1st place, Chris Burridge 2nd, Steve Kennedy in 3rd, Matty Whitaker in 4th, Darren Crosby, Adam Jepson, Marty Henson, Scotty Weston, Andrew Cowan, and Billy Mole.
Top 5 M1 Racing.
Yeah, well,
no Fishy Motorsports. I tell a lie.
Whitaker.
Matt Whitaker was in there.
The thing was, Crosby started off. Crosby still's a Nash. Crosby was at the very front of it, and he ended up in a bit of trouble. Ended up all the way back at the very back of the thing. Twice he got taken out.
Taken out's probably a bit harsh.
Oh, taken out, bumped out, whatever. No one paid for his coffee or anything like that, so he went on the dirt. But he ended up finding his way back to 5th place. So epic drive by him, really good drive. The boys did something really special out there. The way they fought and battled for the first night out, hats off to them. They did really well.
I noticed there's a fair few new faces out there, which is good.
There is.
Fantastic.
Well,
so get on board again, V8 Supercars and SRW. You've got Tuesday nights and Sunday nights.
Yeah, 100%. Get on board, not only get on board the driving, get on board and watch it.
Yeah.
We had people on Sunday night watching from Netherlands.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
He actually signed up to race in the V8s.
Oh, there you go. Good
he goes, I want to try this, and he's joined up. But that's
Tuesday nights.
He's actually joined up for the Sunday night because that sort of suited him. But that's where that is. Look, let's have a break.
Yep.
We'll come back and we'll have a bit of a chinwag. We'll touch base with the Formula 3s and the Motorsport Australia Toyota GR86 Shannon's Nationals.
The tongue twister.
It is a tongue twister, but it's getting better. All right, catch you in a few minutes. And welcome back. We're up to the F3s and the GR86s. Dean, give us a bit of feedback on the Shannon's Formula 3 Nationals, mate.
Just trying to think of the track. Memory fail. It was
At Hockenheim?
It was at Hockenheim. Fantastic. There you go. I haven't raced it. I couldn't remember. Listen, yeah, what a massive grid. Absolutely massive grid. Fantastic racing all the way around. Open wheelers, you're obviously going to have a bit of a headache here and there, but it was pretty clean. It's pretty good for the first timers that were in there as well. What was it? The average rating of 2.5k rating. So that is massive.
It was a bit higher than that. I think it was about 2.7.
Yeah.
But when I was writing the article, it was about 2.5 plus.
Yeah. So
very, very strong field.
Yeah, it is fully registered, unfortunately, as well, guys. So there's 50 plus drivers, which is fantastic for the drivers on race day and obviously for the viewers.
Well, it doesn't mean that you don't register. Put yourself on a waiting list. If someone does pull out, you can go in there. Yeah. The other thing as well is if we get a lot of interest now as the season's going on, we gives us a bit more ammunition to create a split. Yeah. So we might have pro-am and have the amateurs on the race before.
We have that in F3 already, but
I mean as a separate race.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Break it up even further. All right. Well, what I'll do is round one results at Hockenheim for Formula 3 Dallara. First place was Jay Dixon at DFT Motors or
DFR.
DFT or DFR?
DFR, Downforce Racing.
Okay. Second place is Daniel Byrne, Carlin's Motorsport. Third place is David Gallo, Carlin's Motorsports. Pro-Am, Andrew Johnson, Andrig. He's in first place. Second place was Sam Katsakoulas. Well done, Sammy boy. Velocity Sim Lab. And third place, Chris Swading at Red Rocket Racing. Yep. And in the AMS was first place Mark Cochran, Apex Esports League. And second place was Callum Roseneder, something like that, I think it is, Roseneder. He's a privateer at the moment. So, and third place was Nicholas Schmellenberg.
Schmellenberg,
spot on. Schmellenberg.
Yeah, Schmellenberg.
At JWME Motorsports. So well done to you guys. Good racing there. Was tough. I was actually probably fourth or fifth somewhere there. So
where was I? I was down the back somewhere. I think I did start off pretty well, but I did a beautiful spin which got me into a lot of trouble. While we're talking, we'll have the ladders on behind us, so you can have a look at.
You don't have to tell that, folks, though.
Well, it's behind us now. You'll see it in a few seconds. Yeah, you'll have the ladders behind us.
So that is correct, Steve. I finished fourth. There you go, just to confirm that.
And where did I finish?
Seventh. Last.
Yeah, seventh. So it wasn't a bad night. Good fun. Massive grid, and the driving was was exceptional.
Good track for a lot of cars, so you got lots of room. Some corners a bit tricky.
Yeah, definitely. But a lot of fun to be had. Yeah. The F3 is just gone leaps and bounds from last season to this season. Yeah. A lot of new faces. Some of the faster guys that have been around town have joined it, so it's good to see. Yeah.
It's becoming very popular, which is good.
Yeah, 100%. That brings us to the Motorsport Australia Shannon's Toyota GR86 Nationals.
Geez, you don't want to give me the top 10 for the Formula 3s?
Oh, well, they've got the ladder behind us. They can read, can't they? You guys can read, yeah. If you can't, ask Mummy and Daddy, what does that say?
Yeah. Or go to the Facebook page or YouTube and have a look.
Yeah, this is true. You can do that as well. Look, the GR86s, again, pros, pro-ams, and AMs. That was it Imola? It was Imola, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Imola. Yeah.
A lot of fun at Imola. It was. Yeah. I thought that the car was going to be, the straight was going to be, open up the gap a bit too much. No, but it did really, really well. I really, really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I had a good bit of pace. But
you need to be very close to get the aero and the drafts.
I got a bit of problems. I got a bit of trouble here and there, which was it is what it is. It's just racing, but a lot of fun.
That's what happened.
And spectacular fun. So the boys, again, the super sprint, basically 20 minutes, first heat, 3-minute break, second heat, 20 minutes, reverse top 10, 10-minute break, third heat, reverse top 5, and mate, the driving was off its charts. In the pros for the evening, In first place was Dylan DeBono from Velocity Sim Labs. Dylan had a great night. Second place, Jamie Christensen from Vermilion Motorsport, followed by Joshua Horton, Vermilion Motorsport. Those boys have done really well out there. In the Pro-Ams, we've got Matty Feely from Crisscross Racing, Ty Delaney, Fishing Motorsports. Ty's driving the Lightning McQueen car.
Yeah.
And Shane Ratcliffe from Velocity Sim Labs. So those boys did really, really well. In the AMs, we've got Daniel Fritz in the Whiskey Runners Racing. Bro, you got 2 podiums this week. What the hell?
No, that was wasn't podium. It was it may have been.
Second place. Dean Sinkovich from Team SRW Motorsport. Our team name is Team SRW Motorsport.
Not SRW Motorsport.
No. and then behind him, is Brendan Soper from Web Sim Racing. So
I want to know if he's related to Marshall. Marshall Soper was a great soccer player in the 80s.
Yeah, 80s, late 90s, he wasn't too bad. Maybe, we'll have to ask him, who knows. But again, some spectacular from racing. The boys put on a great show. Yeah. You got to watch the next show, which is this Thursday night coming. We've got ourselves a new producer who is taking the show to the next level for us. His name is JP, and he's from the UK. So we've got our...
as in United Kingdom.
As in United Kingdom,
As in England.
As in England, yeah.
Oh,
so he's a POM, loves his racing, very knowledgeable, and he's very good at what he does.
He's awesome.
He's joined our team this season, and let's see how that goes. I enjoyed his first race, last night's call of the Formula Vs, and it's going to be a lot of fun. He's teaming up with a couple of different boys. And we're taking it to the next level, and hopefully keep pushing for the. It's
all about professionalism.
Yeah, it is professionalism. We try to be as professional as possible and fun. Yeah. A lot of fun to be had. That's why you don't hear us shut up. That's why you hear us taking the piss out of each other all the time.
And that's why we race in the bloody races as well.
Well, if you race at SRW, there's different level. That's why we've got pro-ams and AMs. Most of the AMs will race in the same rooms. We've got our own little locker room, little Discord channel with the lounge. And we sit there, we take the piss out of each other. Yep. But we also drive like a team. We also help each other out. You got someone on your left, someone on your right.
If we're racing each other, we race each other.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, we do. I'm pretty sure Greg Johnson will take us out if he has to.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, your teammate, Leaky. Yeah. All right, down there. Your teammate, he's hiding down there again.
Your leg's probably on.
Yeah, you can just see the little gnome. That's Mr. Leak. He's got no oxygen bottle with him at the moment.
He's probably trying to take a Camus C5 equipment that's available on our website. But...
yeah, he probably is. Look, Leaky's actually driving safety cars for us now.
Yeah, good on him.
So
he's on IMSA as well.
He's racing the IMSA, which is good to see. His health hasn't been the best of late, so we decided to...
He's a part of the conversation that we'll have when we get to IMSA.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch the IMSA. I know you did, so it's a bit of fun to be had. Look, let's catch up in a few minutes. I'll have a quick break. We'll come back and we'll cover the IMSA and the Sunday night big show.
Super Sunday.
Yeah. All right, catch you in a sec. And here we are again. We're coming up to the final few rounds of final few series for the round 1 for 2024. IMSA Shadow Series.
Great racing once again. Some spectacular moves. Final move at the end there with Stefan McCartan involved Mr. Leakey back here right on the finish line. Absolutely. We'll have to show that clip. But anyway, it was Stefan McCartan, and I can't remember who that was. Obviously Mr.
How was Leakey involved?
Brendan. I think it was Brendan Crotch as well. Or Grosh. Sorry, Brendan.
Grosh. Yep.
Grosh.
Yep.
Leakey is in a slow car, the GT. And the other two blokes are in the, whatever they call them.
GTPs?
GTPs, thank you.
Yep.
Grotch was last corner in front. Stefan went for it. Last minute saw Leakey right on the finish line and had to dive right around him, but just clipped him, hit Grotch, spun him around, and Stefan crossed the line. Unfortunately, though, it did go to review and the stewards and all that, so it does say he finished first, but I think there's been some changes in that.
Okay. So Stefan's finished second.
I'm not sure if it was second, but there are penalties involved.
Okay, cool.
Let's put it that way.
All right. Well, we'll show you a bit of a highlight of the stack behind us, so you can see the cars.
Bloody Leakey. It wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault. So it was a blue flag. got in the way coming around the corner.
Listen, it was a good an attempt to get over the line before from P2 to P1, but it didn't work. So,
look, it's all right. Sometimes you got to take the punt.
You've got to try.
Yeah, you got to. So Stefan McCartane is one of our race controllers as well. Race stewards, and he's racing in the IMSA series as well because that was his baby that he wanted us to have.
Definitely,
and which is really cool. There's a few other babies that we want to have that we might talk about briefly. I haven't even talked to Dean about it, but it's something we might look at season 2 after we've argued about it and other people have put their 2 bobs in. Also, if budgets allow it as well. So we are budget restricted.
I'll give you the top 3 for both GTP and GT3.
Yeah, go for it.
So as of today, but there will be changes. Stefan is finished first, then Brendan Grosh, and third Michael Whiting. So that's Stefan from Crisscross Racing, Brendan Grosh from Frog Leaped Juiced Racing, and Michael Whiting in Fishy Motorsports. But there are changes, let me tell you there, 100%. GT3 results. First place was Ben Faulkner from Vermilion Motorsports, Andrew Dyson from SingRigs.com DPR. I think that might be an error there, but anyway.
No, that's right.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Third place was Christopher Island from C-Link DPR.
Yep. They another great battle for those boys. And if you like your IMSA series, which is around the world, it's great to watch.
It's a shadow series for iRacing, so it
is. So we follow whatever the iRacing officials has. For instance, next week we'll run that this week. So the guys that are racing in that get a bit of experience, a bit of practice in it.
Again, there's 50+ drivers in there. So
get
in there as a reserve.
And a pretty good split too.
Yeah.
Pretty good split across the GTP and GT.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that brings us to something real spectacular. Well, for me it was spectacular because it was my my night of for hosting with Hamish Munro, the Warren and Brown V8 Supercars Pro-Am series on Sunday night. And
Super Sunday
was amazing racing. Strategy involved again, Phillip Island. It was always going to come down to pit stops and that. I picked the winner at the beginning of the show. I said to myself, the way this guy drives, and I had a look. There was no Blake Delaney, so he's going to be the next big fuel saver.
And who was that?
I was Darren Lobb. Darren Lobby. He's a great driver, and he took it out.
He's raced with us before, hasn't he?
Yeah. He was there last season, bits and pieces, but he did a bit of travelling.
Yeah.
Spectacular drive. He did really well, but even the drivers around him.
Who's he racing for?
He's racing for SimRigs DPR as well.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So what they do is DPR change the front name as part of their major sponsor. So that's why it was different.
Yeah, why not?
For each one.
Is that like what is it? $5 app Red Bull Racing, or whatever they're called.
Visa app. Racing Bull.
Racing.
Visa app Racing Bull. Yeah. So we'll talk about that a bit later. But let's get into that. So the race was spectacular from the get go. Darren Lobb got an amazing start off the grid.
So he poled.
Oh, he poled it. Yeah, he poled it, and he got an amazing start off the line. Pulled out a couple of tenths straight away, but then Cameron Jones followed him and caught up to him. So it was pretty much him and Cameron Jones fighting for most of the night. In the end, it came down to strategy, and Cameron Jones's strategy wasn't quite there to Lobby's. But the boys were just like everywhere around him. You had Nixon fighting in there, then you had your AMs. We had pretty much 5 battle packs all the way through the series.
Yeah.
It was crazy. You know, we're talking like 10th here, 10th here, a 10th here with 5 cars, and then you had one car, they were like maybe a second behind, then another 5 cars fighting. So there was a lot of action going on. You had people like Lobby and Cameron Jones pretty much took it away. Later on, coming to the action came Connor Nixon with the fuel saving strategies and stuff like that. Because the boys at the front were sort of taking away from it, but the action was in the mid pack. Luke Crum, Jason Douglas, Scotty Van Loom, Kyle Zig, Ash David. These boys were like within 5 tenths of each other, racing like.
And what positions were they racing for?
They were racing
in
for
the top 10.
Yeah, they were racing for like 15th and 16th, 17th. But you know, we're talking about positions for within the other ratings because we've got pro.
Yeah.
We've got pro-am and am. So it was a lot of fighting to be done.
Is that Siri trying to have a chat with you?
Yeah, I think she's trying to say something to me because she's setting me alarm. I don't want an alarm, Siri. It's all over. But so first place for the pros went to Darren Lobb from DFR. Second place went to Connor Nixon from Vermali Motorsport. Yep. Third place to Cameron Jones from 9.5 Sim Sports. In the pro-ams, it was Andrew Cowie. Came in first place.
Well done, Andrew.
Did really well. His strategy was pinned right on top. Gerard Cifuentes was leading by about 5 or 6 seconds up the front, but he stuffed his strategy up. Yeah, so he lost first place to Andrew, his teammate. And in third place, Ash Davis from 9.5 Simsport.
Well done, Ash.
So yeah, really well. The boys did really good. They pearled it with everything. A lot of fun to be had, a lot of action to be had, a few incidents here and there, but tell you what, the racing, Lobby was 6/10 ahead, and he had Jones and Nixon chasing him in the last 2 laps because they had to pit. He came out in front of them 6 seconds and pretty much pluttering along. He came down the final corner. Yeah, came in the final corner. You could see them maybe 10 to 15 car lengths behind him. Wow. Just
catching him.
Oh, they were catching him. He had it in the bag.
That last lap.
He was fuel safe. He still had about half a litre left, so he could have put foot down if he needed to.
What was the top 10, Steve?
So the top 10 in the pros was spectacular racing.
Yeah,
it was
read that.
It was Darren Lobb, Connor Nixon, Cameron Jones, Jacob O'Reilly, David Kirby, Griffin Gardner, Michael Whiting, Ty Delaney, Andrew Dyson, and Jamie Davis. That was in the pros. And in the AMs, Andrew Cowan, Gerard Cifuentes, Ash Davis, Kyle Zing, Peter Vanderkran, Luke Crum, Travis Daly, Chris Tobin, and Callum Hodgkinson.
There you go. Well done, guys.
So that was pretty much the run of it all. It was spectacular racing. Look, let's have a quick break.
Yep.
And we'll come back and we haven't got preachers tonight. Wow. No preacher tonight. So there's no one sitting there waiting for us, as there usually is. He's off sick. But we're going to go in there and have a bit of a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about real world racing. Yep. V8 Supercars, Formula 1, Formula 3, Formula 2.
Australian Idol, maybe.
Or maybe not.
No, maybe.
All right, catch you in a minute. And welcome back. This is the fun part. Well, it's all fun parts, but this is the part where we get to talk about real world racing and
bit of a discussion.
Yeah, a bit of a chat, a bit of an argument if we can about what's going on in the real world and what's going on in racing. Dean, you're going to touch base on...
Hey, breaking news. If you haven't heard already, I think everyone's probably heard. I mean, the Erebus and Kostecki, he's pulled the pin. I don't know if he's going to be racing this year, not next year, I should say.
Yeah, well, the rumours was that started that when I first heard, there was talk about him not being happy with things near the end of the season, last season.
There's more to it, Steve, because they've lost all their sponsors. Coke's pulled out.
Yeah.
Sean Partners. There's a couple other guys as well who's pulled out as well. So there's something brewing there.
Yeah. I guess it's still watch this space.
Yeah.
All we know is that Todd Hazelwood is going to jump into the 6 hour and drive for them for that.
Well, I've put my hand up, so nobody's called me yet, but...
Yeah, you're going to have to lift up your hand a lot higher.
Bit higher?
Yeah, a lot higher. So Kostecki is definitely out on the bench for the time being. So he hasn't officially left them.
Listen, I've heard some rumours regarding the car, whether they're fact or fiction. You know, we don't want to go down that line, but yeah, it's watch this space and see what happens. And you know, that's the week that I guess the V8 Supercars had.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, they were testing up there as well, so some great sessions up there with the new cars, and it was all looking good. And then this came out.
Yeah. Well, there's not only the V8s, it's the Trans Am series as well, which is I'm actually looking forward to that more than the V8s.
Something different.
Preacher's not here. He loves his V8s. I sit on the fence with the V8s, unfortunately. I like driving them. Yeah. But as far as don't get me wrong, it's great to watch and I do enjoy it. Yeah. But it's just not up there for the favourites for me, supercars. I like watching the real car. The Trans Am.
You're old school, mate. That's what it is.
Yeah, look, it is. It's. I'd rather watch a GT3 race, or something with a real Camaro and a real Mustang off the factory floor done up and racing. Yeah. That sort of thing. That's where I grew up, I guess.
Drive it Sunday, sell it Monday.
Yeah, well, you see some posts during the week here. John Bow, another legend who used to race in those sort of times.
Yeah, definitely.
He was a Ford man as well. He raced with Dickie Johnson and won a few Bathursts with him and stuff. So, those sort of guys is back where I used to watch it. Yeah, I'm showing my age. I get it. Everyone can laugh and carry on. But, that's where that was. But I guess the other side of things as well is the Super Speed Series, the Shattered Super Speed Series back on. That's going to be a pretty epic fight. We're talking, your 86s and stuff like that. The Speed Series itself is going to be spectacular to watch.
Yep, Touring Car Challenge.
Yeah, Touring Car Challenge, yeah. So that's going to be there as well.
Yep.
And then for us, I guess me, you, our favourite are the open wheelers. So, we love the F1, but we also keep an eye on the F2 and F3s.
There's breaking news there as well. I don't know if everyone heard or it just came out tonight actually regarding Christian Horner. So he's got himself. It is. It's breaking news. So apparently Christian Horner's under investigation after inappropriate behaviour allegations. So and this didn't come from the Red Bull, the Formula One management. This came from Red Bull head office.
Okay.
So they've got some. We don't know what's going on, but that's as of like 2 hours ago I heard. So
it could be
strange.
It could be just his style of management, and he's offended someone and the way he's talked to him.
That's Helmut Marko's way, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, they all have their own way. You've got to be a certain character to survive in F1.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. I'm sure that Jerry Halliwell wouldn't be impressed if it was a slap and tickle.
No, well,
she might
I don't think
give him more than a slap
it doesn't
and tickle.
sound like it's something like that, but let's watch this space and we'll see. So again, SRW breaking news.
Well, guys, other news that rocked the F1 world was I didn't believe what you told me. I was like, nah, it's going to be just more clickbait and stuff. But Lewis Hamilton. 2025, driving for the Stallions, the red Ferrari, and I mean every driver's wish is, I guess, that races that one day they'll drive for Ferrari. I guess the story is now.
Is that really true, or is that fading away?
Oh, I don't know. I think Ferrari's been there the longest. They've got a mystique about them. You look at the Ferrari movies and stuff like that.
I watched it on the weekend. Wasn't bad. Go and watch it. Yeah.
All that sort of stuff. There's something special about it because they've been around for such a long time. There's a history behind it. Yeah. Whereas your Mercedes team isn't it was sort of not like the works team. It's like it's owned by Wolf, he's the owner of it.
And I guess the history, there's always been a Mercedes back there, but it's not a history of one man where, Mr. Ferrari built it up and
there's no Enzo Ferrari, there's no head figure that, Enzo Ferrari was an arsehole, let's get down to it.
Yeah, well.
He treated people like equipment, if you didn't work for him, he was a very shrewd businessman.
Most definitely.
But, there's that thing there, but, Lewis has gone there.
Yep.
Carlos Sainz, you've got to feel for him. So Carlos Sainz has got to find a drive now.
Yeah.
The story is that 2025 he'll go to Audi, but then there's a lot of guys being thrown into the main seat for Mercedes.
Here's the thing: 2025, 2026, the rule changes.
Correct.
So it changes again. So it's like for a year you've got a driver in there you're not going to offer a driver a 1 year contract. Drivers want 2 or 3 years.
100%.
So there's talk about.
That's part of the reason Lewis wanted to go as well.
There's part of the story of Fernando Alonso.
Yeah.
They may offer him 1 year, 2 years. Who knows?
Yep.
I can't see Danny Rick going there. I think you mentioned something to me before.
Yeah, Danny Rick is. Helmut's already said Daniel is not available.
Yeah.
They're pretty much in a position where if Perez has a shocking start to the season,
off he goes. You reckon?
He'll be gone.
Yeah.
Because the championship is important, but the Constructors' Championship is where the money is.
Well, it's critical as a business.
That's where the money is for the team. So they need to win that, and to win that, he needs to be on top of his game. They were lucky that Max dominated so much. If Max didn't dominate as much as he would, they would have lost the Construction Championship.
I was talking to a colleague of mine day before yesterday, and we were talking about Checo Perez and his ability and his skills. It's all good to have a number 2 driver, but you want him like Bottas. You want him there. You want him finishing. If you're finishing in Posse 1, you want him there in 3rd, 4th, 5th, not 7, 8, 10, 12 back with 15 where Perez has been finishing.
You know,
and that's the sad thing about Perez.
not making
equipment.
qualifying, not making Q1. You know how many times? I think he did it 5 times.
Well, you'll know you'll get that with Danny Rick.
Yeah,
if not even better.
Yeah, if not better, Danny might even stir the pot a bit and win a few here or there, which is what you want. When Max has got his off day, he needs to be there. Exactly. You know, when Max had his off day, Perez wasn't there.
That's how you win the construction champions.
Yeah, and the construction champion is where the money is, so that's really important to him. Yeah. That's hence again why Helmet won't let him go as well, is because the Visa App Racing Bull team, which they're called now.
No, that's Danny Rick's team.
Danny Rick's team,
yeah.
Racing Visa App Racing Bull, they're called. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right.
Well, I think it's something different.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out anyway. But
no, actually, you're right. Racing Bull.
Yeah. So it's they want Danny in there because they want to build a solid team. So for them, it's always been a feeder team, but they've been finishing in the middle, which costs a lot of money.
But I mean, they think they finish last or second last.
They need them to finish up the field, fighting for third and fourth.
It's all about this, mate.
Because of the money. Exactly right.
Speaking of money, if you want to sponsor us, SRW, get on board, get on our email or YouTube or Facebook, give us a call.
Reach out. admin@simracingworld.com.au.
Sorry, let's not call it sponsorship. Let's call it
advertising.
Yeah, that's what
Look,
it is.
just help us out. Look, anyway, so that's the story behind that. It's going to be critical. So what they're saying is at the moment, they want to push that team up. And that's why they've got the new sponsors. Visa was up there. That's why the Visa's come in. But the story is that if Perez does his pants in the first 4 or 5 races, he's out. He'll come up to Red Bull, and young Lawson will go in and take his place. Well, so that's the rodeo.
Testing is the 21st and 22nd of February, or 23rd. Yeah, so 21st, 23rd of Feb, which is on the doorstep, really.
Yeah, it's in 2 weeks.
A couple of weeks away.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Other movement and shakers they're talking at the moment?
Well, liveries are there, so the cars are coming out there.
Well, we still got some more movement coming.
Who's where?
Well, we've got to fill that seat in at Mercedes. You know, they're talking about...
I don't know who's going to get it. It's a tough one.
They're talking about Alex Albon going there. So they're talking about that. They're talking about...
Don't rate him.
I reckon he's a good driver. And you know what? His best mates was George. So that might get him in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
The other ones that are available there is a real tough one. It's like, it'd be good to see if, what's his name?
Ocon?
No, Jack.
Brabham?
No. Not Jack Brabham, bro. Jack, the son of Jack Doohan. Yeah, it'd be good to see if Mickey Doohan pulled a few strings and got Jack in there. That'd be great. Because he's got no drive this season.
What about Oscar?
Oscar's on a tight contract.
No chance, I know.
Yeah, no chance.
Even Lance. He's extended his, so...
Yeah. Oscar and...
Well, it could be one of the Alpine drivers, Ocon or Gasly.
Well, Ocon is a former Mercedes.
I think he's still managed by Mercedes.
Yeah, so he's got ties with Toto still.
I'm not a fan, but could be.
You don't know.
There's a young fella who's coming to Formula 3, and I can't remember his name for the life of me.
He's a Mercedes
Italian boy.
And he is supposed to be the next Max Verstappen.
He's jumped from regional Europe.
Yeah, all the way up to Formula 2.
Yeah,
so he's jumped Formula 3 or Formula 2. So he's only like 16 years old or something.
They think really, really high of him.
Yeah.
Possibility.
Yep.
I think it's still early.
Well, we've forgotten Sainz. Carlos Sainz still may go to Mercedes.
True. Just a straight swap.
He's straight swap.
Yeah.
He's still a quality driver in that quality car.
Well, I think the Audi car doesn't start till 26, isn't it?
2026,
Yeah, so there you go.
So it'd be sitting on the
Could
sideline.
be a 1 year contract, maybe.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of movers and shakers. Valtteri Bottas is still sporting the Aussie clothing style, thongs, shorts, mullet, and mo. Spent a lot of time in Adelaide and across Australia.
Yeah. He's got the blonde dyed hair now, like.
Yeah. He looks like he belongs at Summernats.
He does. He does.
So he's
speaking of liveries.
Yes, liveries. Go for it.
Excuse me. So basically, they are called now. Not Huss. Not Huss.
Huss is still called Huss.
Huss.
You're talking about Steak.
So Sauber.
Steak Sauber?
So they're called Steak Racing now.
Steak Racing.
F1 Racing.
I thought it was like Steak Sauber medium rare or something
Oh,
like that.
yeah. It says Steak, S-T-A-K-E,
Yeah.
F1 Racing. Great livery. It's a black, get on YouTube, have a look at it.
Right behind us.
Black car with the fluoro. Absolutely, I reckon it's going to look great. I reckon it'll look great in Singapore at night.
At night?
Yeah.
Cool.
It looks like it's a bit more like not like a high vis sort of like green sort of
fluoro. It really stands out.
And then they had the Williams one. The Williams one looked.
Well, Williams gone a bit traditional, back to its original roots. Yeah,
Yeah.
very 80s. I like a bit of nostalgia.
It's a bit simple.
Yeah, it is a bit simple. Yeah, it is a bit simple. It's
like Alex Albon and Sargent. Simple.
Yeah, Sargent's a lucky boy, isn't he?
Well, yeah.
He got
I
back
think
in
the other thing
there.
that saved him is the that American flag. They saved the world again. Well done, USA.
He's got one more year. Latifi had one more year and didn't do that
If he
much
doesn't
with him.
do anything this season,
He's really got to show himself. He needs to beat Alex.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, otherwise he'll be gone. And there's plenty of drivers waiting to get up there because all the rookies that were rookies have all signed long-term contracts, and there's literally no seats available for the guys who won last year again. So it's 2 years in a row where the F2 champion has not been able to get a seat.
Speaking of F2, young Jack Doohan not racing in F2 this season.
Yeah.
So he's taken a full-time role as the Alpine reserve driver or tester.
Yep.
So he'll be doing a lot more testing this year. That's the plan for him.
Yep.
Which I hope it helps him.
Well, Alpine have had a massive restructure in the back end.
Alpine, they just
Look, for one of the biggest
Sad
car manufacturers
case.
in the world,
Yeah.
they've had a massive restructure in the back
Sad
end.
case.
So, if
Renault, mate, they should be up there. They should be as good as Ferrari, if not better.
well, Renault won so many titles with Red Bull,
Well,
it just shows you that they didn't have the fastest engine back then.
Alonso as well won his first title.
Benetton. Yeah.
So
did Schumacher.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
So they've won titles.
they're just
but,
they're just nowhere at the moment, are they? They're just it's all that back end management, just French management, mate.
It's their style at the moment. They're trying to fix it.
I've worked for a few French companies, and
they're trying to fix it. See how they go. We'll see. We'll see. You know, it's one of those things that's out there. Back to
Formula 2?
No, back to
The future?
Visa app. Racing Bull.
They are names.
They have had a massive restructure. They're really serious. They've got one guy from FIA.
We're talking AlphaTauri here.
Yeah, old AlphaTauri.
Old AlphaTauri.
They've got
Shaking it right up, haven't they?
Yeah, they've got 3 really high profile.
Is this because of the Sun taking over, or?
Oh, I guess it could be. We don't know.
Yeah.
It could be. They could be getting ready to sell it. They've already had a $1.6 billion offer.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's Andretti might try it. He's got another way of
There's
getting in
another
there.
sad case. I want more cars on F1.
Dude, they're not going to get him in because the most logical way I can explain it to you is like this. All these teams have invested hundreds of millions of dollars to compete in this thing at this level, at this capacity, right? These guys are going to come in while everything is rosy, right? And not have all those years of investment.
So what?
So that's their biggest qualm.
Guess what Formula One did? They invested in America. We have
they
3
have.
races.
Yeah.
Invested in Las Vegas. 3 races. Guess what's going to happen if you bring in an Andretti team? The Americans are absolutely going to fall apart and love it.
Look,
and
they
they're
will.
going to bring more money, more sponsorship. These guys, I think they've gone wrong. I reckon
Look,
I would bring
it's down to historical money. That's what it's all about
Need
at the
more
moment.
cars.
I agree. Need more cars.
26 on the grid.
We used to have 26, 24 on the grid.
Yep.
I think they've had it too easy. The amount of money that's coming in the door. But again, the amount of money he had, they wanted F1 group wanted more, and you can understand it. They want more. I think his best option is to buy a team out, like Audi did. But he might be around for 2026. Who knows? We'll watch this space and see what happens.
Yeah. On the back of that, Formula 2, Steve, we have got an Australian driver still in there, which is good, which is Christian Mansell. So he's signed for ART. So
a good team too.
Yeah, good team, exactly.
He's in a good position.
He raced not too bad. There's some good races out there.
Well, it was his first season in F2 last year. So
there's no one in. I'm pretty sure there's no one in F3 for Australia, or I think Christian's the only F2 racer as well. Which is sad.
I think we've got a few doing some of the other open wheelers out there, but not at that level at the moment.
Renault regionals and all those.
Yeah.
Regionals, yeah.
There's a few out there at the moment, but
Well,
nothing.
I hope so.
Nothing
It'd be nice to see more Aussies come through, or even the Kiwis come through. So
yeah. We'll adopt them.
Yeah,
we'll adopt them.
They're our sisters, not brothers, but sisters.
Yeah. Which is cool. I guess that covers pretty much everything. Andretti's one thing we've got to mention is the
C5 cameras.
No, the Netflix superstar Gunther Steiner.
Mr. Gunther's gone.
Yeah, Mr. Gunther
Steiner.
Steiner. Yeah, I really like the guy.
Yeah,
I really like the guy.
Too.
But
Huss has really got his.
Huss has really gone, but there's talk
Gene.
There's talk of him.
They fucked us, Gene.
There's talk of him going to a couple of teams, like even going to Aston Martin and stuff like that. There's Benito.
Why would you go to Aston Martin?
I don't know. It's better.
If the grey fella's still there.
They're doing better than Haas.
There's another one that we haven't talked about.
Who?
Young Lance.
Young Lance. Look, you don't know. He's an unknown quantity.
He's got to go. If he doesn't do anything this year, he's out the door.
Well, again, it depends how his car's going to go and everything like that.
What do you mean? He had a brilliant car, did nothing. He's got to go.
Look, we'll see.
Daddy's going to sell up and he'll get out too. And he'll go play tennis, apparently.
Tennis? Is he good, is he?
Apparently he used to be a real good tennis player.
Okay, I think it's
Ball boy, tennis player, who knows?
Anyway, the Benito's they've been talking about getting Benito into the FIA to be some sort of
I heard
major role.
Into Audi.
There's Audi stories as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of out there. So there's going to be a lot in the next 2 or 3 weeks that happens. So
we'll have to do a bit of a Gunther fromage.
Fromage?
Whatever you call it.
A Gunther cheese? Fromage is cheese, bro.
A little bit of Gunther on the background having a bit of a yarn, because Gunther's a legend, mate. He is rich, when he gets start talking to Gene.
God help me. Anyway, look, we've covered all of that, all the sort of stuff that we can cover at the moment. But get on board, watch the racing at the moment. Yeah. It is next level. Every grid is full. The driving has been spectacular. We are on 8 p.m. every night except for Saturday night. So every night except for Saturday night on YouTube, 8 p.m. You'll watch one of our replays. We'll put
Saturday
on as well.
nights we go out and party.
Yeah.
No.
We wish.
Listen, I want to add one thing, Steve.
Yeah.
All I've got to say is, SRW is been around for what? How many years now? 2 years now?
This is our third year.
Third year. Number 3 coming in. So get on board. YouTube, websites. If you need
subscribe.
If you need anything, rigs, PCs, we've got it all now. Yep. So we can sell it up to you. If you need advice, we can help you out and buy, not our equipment, whatever equipment it is. Yeah. But we're here to help. But come on board, help us out, make us grow. We want to make this bigger and better.
Well, we are making it bigger and better. Every year we try to do something new and we're growing. And we're around for a long time, not a short time.
Yeah.
And we love it. And while we love it, we'll still be here. We have fun, we'll still be here.
You're right, though. We're one of the racing leagues that's always there. So there's a few dropping in and out all the time. So
yeah, I think we're going to be a stalwart of the industry, and we'll just keep doing what we do. People seem to like what we do. Mm-hmm. A lot of the testimonials I've read in the last few months have been spectacular.
I'd like to see other leagues get in contact with us, and so we can have a bit of a spiel and have a chat to them.
Yeah,
as well.
Look, if you've got one of your leagues out there, and you want us to do just a highlight of who won, what won, who came where, all that sort of stuff, by all means.
We don't want to bore you to death on our league all the time, or we just want to talk about sim racing. That's what we want. We
are looking for a retail outlet.
We are.
Yeah, and we also will be doing a show from Shannon's. We'll be doing a show from Warren and Brown's in the coming 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. We're working on that at the moment, just working out logistics. We're going to go out and visit Grimm, have a chinwag with Andrew down at Grimm Industries, the home of the V8 table.
He copped it bad, didn't he?
Yeah.
Had a bit of a mishap over the before Christmas.
It's not a mishap. He's had a scumbag come in and steal his green SS Maloo. Yeah, so if you see the green SS Maloo in Victoria flying around, that looks like there's a bit of damage on it. Let us know.
Cheers.
Anyway, look, that's it from our coverage. Tune in 8 p.m. every night to our YouTube channel and watch the live racing. You won't regret it. It is spectacular fun. Like and subscribe. There's a lot of things that are happening. Website's being refreshed as we speak. That's it from me. Thank you very much.
And that's we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming.
And as we say on our broadcast, drive hard and stay safe.
This is amazing. I was clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostert and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to snip on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble
bottle right now because tell you what, Reece Tanak and Jamie Dyke just absolutely drove away from us.